Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
I am a wanderer through this land. Mostly I like to be free. Decisions have never been easy to make. Mostly they end up making me. Mostly they end up making me. I am a wanderer through this land. Mostly I try to be kind. But if my words turn wicked and cold, mostly it's the trouble on my mind. Mostly it's the trouble on my mind. I am a wanderer through this land. Mostly I try to be strong, but I might hold on and stay for a while. Mostly it's my need to belong. Mostly it's my need to belong. Forgive my regrets, forgive my mistakes. humbly I ask for grace.
All right.
That's a song called Mostly. Mostly.
Mostly.
Yes.
The show is Horses Sing None of It Mostly. And our guest today, hailing from Ithaca, New York, by the waters of Cayuga, is Joe Crookston. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Ralph. Great to be here. Excited to be here. Yeah, I moved to Ithaca from Seattle. I lived out in Seattle for about 9 years and spent the last year now in Ithaca and coming down to New Jersey and the East Coast areas playing music, and I'm amazed at how many venues and people promoting acoustic music such as yourself. So it's great to be here, and I'm going to play a song that I haven't played for a long time. And my grandfather invented the riffing, my great-grandfather invented the riffing hammer. And you know what a riffing hammer, it has, has a square head on it, and it has a razor blade on the other end. So you basically, you pound the hammer, pound the nails, you flip it over, and it has a blade you can cut the shingles. So
I used to own one.
You used to own, yeah.
But I gave up roofing.
Oh, did you? Okay. Now they just use those nail guns.
Yes, they do.
So I grew up doing a lot of riffing. I went out with my dad a lot and did a lot of riffing. So on the handle of a riffing hammer are the letters AJC, which stands for Anthony Joseph Crookston. That's my great-grandfather. So I wrote a song based on the hammer and working with my dad, pounding shingles. This is called Hands, Metal, and Wood. Hey son, here's how it's done. You get a good grip and don't let it slip. You aim for the nail and not your thumb. And it's like I said, with the hammer head, you gotta hit it to get it if it's gonna stand up firm. You gotta give it some time, and I know you'll learn to use your hands and metal and wood. Your hands and metal and wood. Your hands and metal and wood. These skills I am giving can earn you a living, but I'd never tell you what to do or what I think you should. But I'll teach you how to use your hands and metal and wood. Hey son, I see you. Hey son, here's how it's done. You gotta work the hoe between the rows a little every day till the harvest comes. And when the handle is long and the blade is strong, you gotta hoe it to grow it if it's gonna feed you well. You gotta give it some time and you'll be compelled to use your hands and metal and wood. Your hands and metal and wood. These skills I am giving can earn you a living, but I'd never tell you what to do or what I think you should. But I'll teach you how to use your hands and metal and wood. As you're digging deep and progress is made, keep both hands on the wood, one foot to tap the spade, and keep it honest, and I know you'll succeed. This is all you're ever gonna need, to use your hands and metal and wood. Your hands and metal and wood. These skills I am giving can earn you a living, but I'd never tell you what to do or what I think you should, but I'll teach you how to use your hands and metal and wood. Hey son, I see you have become who you are with your guitar. Your hands on the metal make the rosewood hum. And it's my only will that you use your skills. You gotta string it to sing it if it's gonna fill your soul. You gotta give it all you've got if it is your goal. To use your hands and metal and wood. Your hands and metal and wood. These skills I am giving can earn you a living, but I'd never tell you what to do or what I think you should. I'll teach you how to use your hands and metal and wood. Your hands and metal and wood. Your hands and metal and wood. Your hands and metal and wood.
All right.
Yeah, so I did a lot of riffing growing up, for sure. And
Being a cabinet maker is part of my day job.
cabinet maker?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So doing fine
Yeah.
woodworking and
It's a
what?
good song for me.
Yeah. I'm glad you liked it. Well, I'm going to play a song here. This is the title track of my latest CD called Fall Down As the Rain.
Let's show folks the cover of that CD and how they can get in touch with you. Joe Play,
Yeah, it's Joe C. Play,
Joe C. Play at
Mindspring.
mindspring.com. My classes are not doing their job today. For more information about Joe's recording, his touring schedule.
Yeah, great. I'm happy to be here. This is I wrote this song sitting on a large boulder in the Okanagan Forest in Winthrop, near Winthrop, Washington. And I was backpacking for a few days, and I wrote this song with my little travel banjo, and then I worked it up on guitar. So it's called Fall Down As the Rain. And if you're watching there at home, please, you can sing along with me. It'd be great. When my life is over and I have gone away, I'm gonna leave this big old world and the trouble and the pain. And if I get to heaven, I will not stay. I'll turn myself around again and fall down as the rain. Fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain. Turn myself around again and fall down as the rain. Fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain. Turn myself around again and fall down as the rain. When I finally reach the ground, I'll soak into the side. I'll turn myself around again, come up as goldenrod. Come up as goldenrod, come up as goldenrod. I'll turn myself around again, come up as goldenrod. Come up as goldenrod, come up as goldenrod. I'll turn myself around again, come up as goldenrod. Then when I turn dry and brown, I'll lay me down to rest. I'll turn myself around again as part of an eagle's nest. Part of an eagle's nest, part of an eagle's nest. Turn myself around again as part of an eagle's nest. Part of an eagle's nest, part of an eagle's nest. I turn myself around again as part of an eagle's nest. When that eagle learns to fly, I'll flutter from that tree. I'll turn myself around again as part of the mystery. Part of the mystery, part of the mystery. I'll turn myself around again as part of the mystery. Part of the mystery, part of the mystery. I'll turn myself around again as part of the mystery. When my life is over and I have gone away, I'm gonna leave this big old world and the trouble and the pain. And if I get to heaven, I will not stay. I'll turn myself around again and fall down as the rain.
Yeah. Great song, great song.
Thank you.
Mighty fine finger picking too.
Thanks, yeah.
Is there somebody you consider an influence or?
Oh, lots of influences. Richard Thompson. Richard Thompson for sure. And I would say, absolutely listen to Patty Larkin a fair amount. And she was someone who, a singer-songwriter who really jumped out at me as, wow, amazing musician and songwriter. And that combination of guitar playing and songwriting really struck a chord with me. But another guy who I really appreciate his playing is Harvey Reid. He's a great mandolin player, banjo player, guitar picker, excellent guitar player. So he was another person. Wow, okay. You know, Chris
He's a
Smither.
monster.
Chris Smither is another wonderful
Yeah.
guitar player. Not that I've listened to tons of all those players, but they definitely gave me the light bulb went off in my head. Hey, this combination. Oh, in Fairport Convention, I just saw them last weekend. And the combination of the musicianship and songwriting for me is, that's what I'm passionate about. I actually saw Harvey Reid in 1987 at the Kent State Folk Festival. I went to Kent State University, and I didn't even know what a folk festival was. A friend of mine said, "Do you want to go to Kent State Folk Festival?" I said, "Sure, let's go." So we showed up, and Harvey Reid was playing, and John McCutcheon, and the Horseflies from Ithaca, old-time string band, which I love them. And changed my life right there. I was like, that's what I want to do with my life right there. So I sold my nylon string and bought a steel string and never looked back.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us another?
Another one? Absolutely. Let's see. I'm going to play a song here that is brand new. This is brand new. It's called Abel, Baker, Charlie, and Dog. And there's a story that my grandfather worked until he was 96 years old in a glue factory in Kenmore, Ohio, and then he was forced to retire. And he was 96, so him and I were out in the garage when he was 96 years old in Northeast Ohio. And he was drinking a Schlitz, I think, and chain smoking, which he always did. And we were in the garage, and he was telling stories. And he told me about his stint. He was based on Tinian Island during World War II in the South Pacific. And he never talked about being in the war much, but he just shared this whole story for a couple hours with me and about the events surrounding Hiroshima and him fighting the Japanese and whatnot. So this is called Abel, Baker, Charlie, and Dog, and it's my newest song. My baby girl was born in 1943, the year before the Navy shipped me out and overseas. So I held her and kissed her, and I said my goodbyes, leaving Virginia with 1,000 other guys. Leaving Virginia in the South Pacific beneath the blistering sun. On Tinian Island there was work to be done. 4,000 Navy Seabees on the ground, crushing up coral and packing it down, crushing and packing it down. They never told us, forbidden to ask. They handed down the orders, we finished the task. We never knew what the runways were for. They said our job would be the one to end the war. And now the Seabees work like hell till the work it gets done. We built 4 long runways laid straighter than guns, and the runways they glittered in the sunshine and fog, named Abel and Baker and Charlie and Dog. Abel, Baker, Charlie and Dog. and the diggers and the cranes and my battalion guys. We paved the way to the Japanese skies. 8,500 feet made of coral and clay. And we built them all in just 53 days. We built them in 53 days. They never told us, forbidden to ask. They handed down the orders, we finished the task. We never knew what the runways were for. They said our job would be the one to end the war. Now the rumors flew around Tinian, but none of us ever had a clue what Enola Gay and Little Boy would do. And in the early August heat, we all got the news that the runways we built were the runways they used. Abel, Baker, Charlie, and Dawn, they never told us, forbidden to ask. They handed down the orders, we finished the task. We never knew what the runways were for. They said our job would be the one to end the war.
Whoa. Powerful song.
There you go.
We just have a few seconds to go, so you want to
Play a little bit?
play a little bit?
Sure.
Our guest has been Joe Crookston. Thanks for being on the show.